That's Kurt Franklin. We got the one and only Bishop Joseph Walker, the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Listen, Bishop, good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to everybody. Ricky, you put me in Dallas this morning. I'm in Nashville, but it's early in the morning. That's what happened.
Oh, wait a minute. I did say Dallas. Wait a minute. Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee. I'm sorry.
No, it's some great people in Dallas. I know Pastor Hayes. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And listen, let me tell you something, man. God is so awesome. And I think so often in life, we got to get to a point we just get up and go make it happen. I want to encourage you today, man, to stop making excuses. I want you to know today that in the midst of whatever you've gone through, please understand, use it as a catalyst to make you stronger and wiser and better. So many people stay on the side of the road and just lick their wounds and stay in the place of lamentation because they enjoy being a victim. But at some point, you got to move from being a victim to having victory. Sometimes in the brokenness of your life, there's a blessing. You heard me? There's a blessing in the brokenness. Think about your smartphone screen. Sometimes it can be still cracked, but you're still using apps, still checking messages. Sometimes your glasses can be broken, but you still can see out of one lens. Sometimes you can be drinking out of a chipped mug because it's so sentimental to you, you won't throw it away because it still holds coffee. Your iPhone charger sometimes can have wires coming out of it all left and right, but it still works and you won't let it go because it still produces power. Let me tell you something. Even through all the brokenness of your life, you're still producing, still building, still showing up. And I want you to know today, don't make excuses as to why you can't get up and make it happen. Use your brokenness as a blessing and realize if that had not happened, you would be the person you are today. So I just want to encourage you today, no excuses. Go get it, be blessed, and walk in the blessing that God has given to you.
Hey, that's a good word this morning, Bishop. Let everybody know, and we always happy to have you on every single Monday morning. Let everybody know how can they find your sermons and how can you be reached.
Hey, I want everybody to go right there on YouTube to Mount Zion Nashville and look up Mount Zion Nashville. Check out our sermons and our services. And, of course, follow me on Instagram at Joseph Walker 3. That's Joseph Walker, the number 3. Let me know you are listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest orators of our time, the one and only, the Bishop of Full Gospel, Senior Pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee, Bishop Joseph Walker. All right, man, love you, man.
Love you too, Ricky.
Yes, sir. Hey, here's Jason Nelson right here, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 14 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is brought to you by Capital One. No fees or minimums and no overdraft fees are another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One NA member FDIC. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. Israel launched a wave of airstrikes across southern Lebanon early Sunday in what it said was a preemptive strike on Hezbollah, as the militant group said it had launched hundreds of rockets and drones toward Israel. As the Israel-Hamas war continues, ceasefire discussions are occurring in the Middle East, with officials hoping to bring an end to the conflict. The United States said and its allies continue to plead for a ceasefire deal, with discussions set for this week. In other news, the daughter of the late U.S. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, who died last month after being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, will seek to finish her mother's term in office. Erica Lee Carter submitted paperwork by Thursday's deadline to be a candidate in a special election in which voters will choose who will complete Jackson Lee's 2-year term representing the Houston Congressional District. Carter, like her mother, is running as a Democrat. Lastly, is your life boring? You are not alone. A new survey finds that about 27% of Americans feel they've fallen into a rut, with 1 in 4 respondents admitting their life is a bit boring. In fact, the average respondent fantasizes about going on an adventure about 4 times a day, but only 10% felt that they could be adventurous in their current life. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick rundown of today's headlines. For news and more updates, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What's up there, Maria? Well, shout out to Florida. Wins its first ever Little League World Series, man. They beat Chinese Taipei 2-1. Big time, man. That was a thriller game, man. I was sitting there watching some of it myself. But speaking of Florida, Rick Dawg, college football is back on our TV screens.
Bruh.
And the only game that was really worth talking about over the weekend, of course, was unranked Georgia Tech. Knocked off number 10 Florida State 24-21. What you think, Pimpin'?
The offensive line pounded them the whole game, and they ran the ball down their throat. Old-fashioned football.
They wasn't expecting that, dog. They just said, this is going to be a nice little tune-up game for the season. Y'all got tuned up all right, man.
Ran that ball down their throat.
Yes,
that
sir.
That little running back ain't no joke. They have at Georgia Tech.
Little scat back, man. So
yes,
it's going to be a good season. Real quick, the Floyd
Mayweather. Them little boys that grew up in the hood with them little silver caps and them dreads.
They all
going
now.
to the league.
If y'all watched the Floyd Mayweather-John Gotti III exhibition fight, you didn't really miss too much in Mexico City, man. Not much excitement. Crowds started booing at times because of the lack of boxing. No official scoring was given to the fans, so they didn't know who officially won the doggone fight. But if they did score the fight, Floyd would have won. But the most exciting part was when he fired the referee in the middle of the doggone fight because the referee penalized Floyd for an illegal blow to the back of the head. So Floyd said, man, get on out the ring. He fired him, so another referee jumped in to finish off.
No.
Come on, man. That was the most exciting thing, but there it is. That's my quick sports report. Brett.
Damn.
That is funny. Coming up next in the hot spot, some rapper is giving $1,000 a month to 30 families. Up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Deadpool and Wolverine returned to the top of the box office, adding $18.3 million. Director Zoe Kravitz, Blink Twice, debuted in fourth place with $7.7 million. Meanwhile, the R-rated reboot of The Crow bombed with $4.6 million, opening in eighth place. All right, y'all, let's get into some of these stories. Rapper Gunna plans to change the lives of 30 families in his hometown of Atlanta, Georgia, in partnership with the Black Music Action Coalition. Gunna has launched a $500,000 guaranteed income program that will provide a monthly $1,000 stipend to 30 families for 1 year. The program's stated goal is to provide support services ranging from financial empowerment to mental health. This includes mentorship opportunities in various entertainment and tech fields. Applications are open for Gunna and BMAC Guaranteed Income Program, which will launch on September 18th on the heels of Gunna Day in South Fulton. I didn't know Gunna had a day. That's what's up. Well, congratulations to him. And that's awesome that he's doing that to help families. Meanwhile, y'all, TLC canceled the Saturday concert after singer T-Boz was sent to the hospital for an abdominal blockage. TLC announced the show's cancellation 30 minutes before its start time in the New York State Fair in Syracuse. According to a statement, shortly after arriving in Syracuse, T-Boz Watkins experienced sudden and severe nausea, vomiting, and intense abdominal cramps. She was immediately seen by a doctor and subsequently taken to a hospital for further evaluation. T-Boz was diagnosed with severe abdominal blockage and was still in the hospital with the expectation that she can be discharged on Sunday. TLC is committed to rescheduling the canceled concerts. T-Boz shared a statement via Instagram on Saturday noting that she is feeling much better. So we're going to send out prayers to T-Boz because we love her so much. Absolutely. We love TLC. Anybody ever seen them perform?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
God.
They
put on a great show.
Yeah, they give a great show. I love seeing them perform, and it's great to see them doing it still for so many years and still, entertaining people like that. All right, y'all, last but not least, Nicki Minaj has called out rappers for allegedly refusing to sign with her label only to join white-owned record companies. Nicki went on a rant on a live streaming app Stationhead saying, a sucker will tell somebody they don't really want to sign with Heavy on it, but then they'll go and sign with the white peoples. And guess who the white people's finna call? Nicki Minaj also revealed that only artists signed on to Heavy on it will be featured on her upcoming deluxe edition of Pink Friday 2. She said, I'm not talking about doing ad-libs on any songs. If their name is not on Pink Friday 2, they're not a Heavy on it artist. So I guess Heavy on it
is it mostly just female rappers or just
I don't know. She launched a heavy on it last March, unveiling a roster of artists, including London Hill, Tate Cobain, Rico Dana, Ghani, and a Ghanaian singer, Nana Fofi, something like that. So I guess
they come out with 4 new rappers every day.
Yeah, don't they? But I guess these are people are going to be on her label.
Okay, but can you keep up with all the new artists?
I absolutely cannot.
like being in hip hop, can you keep up?
I absolutely cannot.
Oh wow!
I can't keep up with the names, the letters, the alphabets, the numbers.
Right.
It's very confusing.
It's 3 new rappers just got signed while you've been doing this report.
Yeah, I know.
Dang.
And they all got one song.
And they all got
One song.
We gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note. Well, watch your yourself for the wake-up calls at 8669 Ricky. That's 8669 RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time for Rock T's Joke of the Day. Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Mother Monday. All right, Rock.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cash.
Cashew.
No thanks. I prefer almonds.
Come on, dog. It was worth a chuckle. It was worth a chuckle. Gary.
No.
Come on, Gary.
He gave it away.
Brett.
No.
I don't like cashews. I want
Case.
almonds. No, sir.
Nothing? Y'all ain't getting him nothing?
Come on, y'all.
Nothing.
I'll give him a man law violation for all them nuts.
That's cold, Brett.
In your mouth.
Well.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. And the time right now is 14 before the top of the hour. Special K, what's up?
Hey, you know what it is. I need all males age 16 and above to listen up, pay attention, because I'm tired of these unmanly men being put out here into the world for us fathers that have daughters. We need some son-in-laws. We need some real men in these streets. So, listen up, pay attention. Let's start with this one. 2 dudes should never be at a table eating soup at the same time.
All that slurping.
Y'all can go to Panera.
Yeah, both of y'all can't be slurping off that spoon at the same time.
You got to turn to the side and
If
put
one
your...
of y'all, I'm just saying, if one of y'all gonna eat soup, then let the other one finish, and then the other one can eat his soup.
You got to have a grilled cheese sandwich with it.
Or something. You
But
can't
you
just
gotta-
both be
you
sitting
can't
there
just be
slurping.
soup.
But you can't cut the grilled cheese sandwich diagonal.
You have to.
You gotta cut it diagonal.
Yeah, well, you can dip it into the tomato sauce.
You just can't share
At
it.
Panera Bread.
No man can look at another man's plate, speaking of restaurants, and say, "Oh, that look tasty. Let me have a little bit of that." No,
Gary does that.
no.
But it don't bother me.
So if it's some steak, you can cut it and then slide the plate over to the other man and let him pick it up. But you can't
Gary,
stab it with your fork and hand it to him.
What I do, Gary, I just always cut you a
You
piece.
just cut me a piece and I get it off your plate.
I'll
Yeah,
take
but
the fork and just put it on this plate. It ain't no big deal. My fork don't touch his fork, though.
No.
That's a yellow flag right
Yeah,
there.
dog,
I don't know.
it's
I'm
yellow.
gonna throw a flag on that one.
What if it's a wiener?
Yep.
Flag on the plate. Flag on the plate.
What if it's a hot dog?
What if it's a wiener?
Oh.
Now, if it's a weenie,
No. Those Rock Tea out there at the Texas State Fair that year.
Hey,
When
dog.
they got that big ass,
Hey,
that
dog.
big ass long sausage on the stick.
and he was eating it naked.
And then he put ate it naked. Then he put mayonnaise on it.
Oh my God!
That was musty.
Yeah.
And your wife didn't leave you after that?
He went with Crystal
She wasn't
then.
there.
Oh,
Man.
I'm about to say.
Right, what year that was? Right, 2009.
Yeah, dog, that thing was good, boy. Hey, I had to take that
Boy,
violation.
you ate a naked weenie on a stick.
It was a sausage on a stick.
That thing
Something
was
different.
good, boy. You ever seen
Gary, it was bigger than a regular weenie.
Yes. He enjoyed it.
Thicker.
That baby looked like a drum major too. Yeah. You'll march down the state. Right, remember,
Hey, hold on. Did he bite into the side of it, or did he bite off the end of it?
Right off the end of it.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Segment over. Oh, my God.
Man, I laughed so hard. That's a true story.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that was. Right, we went to the fair. We just got out the air. We just went to the fairgrounds before it got
Let
crowded.
me tell you, hey, the state fair in Texas is eliminated from man law violation because that food good, dog.
No, bro. No, bro. Do you want to talk to us about something, Rocky?
No, I'm good, dog.
Y'all should have saw me walking down the fair holding my stomach laughing, man. I was cracking up.
Chuckle was all over the place.
Did he eat the whole thing?
Yeah,
Maria.
before he got on some ride and started getting sick.
Oh, wow.
He threw it up.
He wasn't used to that.
That last bite, did you bite it off of the stick, or you pulled it off with your fingers and just put it in your mouth?
No. I'm pleading the fifth. I'm pleading the fifth.
You plead the fifth? Oh.
Crystal at home packing her bags right now.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Have the tea and the cook the other day, Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. We are continuously, y'all, praying, honey, for Simone Biles. I am praying for her night and day, all the stuff she's going through, honey, with her family. Now, they're saying that the Olympian Simone Biles is the most decorated American gymnast in history. And while it may seem, y'all, that she has the world in the palm of her hand, honey, family troubles have begun rearing their ugly head. Now, the 4'8" Houston powerhouse returned from the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris with 3 gold medals, y'all, and 1 silver. However, back on the American soil, Miss Biles faces some personal challenges, honey, that overshadowed her athletic success, y'all. Now, the first challenge comes, y'all, from her biological mother, which we talked about before, Miss Shannon Biles, honey, who recently sat down with the Daily Mail, and she did a tell-all interview about their estranged relationship. Now, in the interview, Shannon claims, y'all, that her daughter wants nothing to do with her after being given up for adoption as a small child. And Shannon has been candid about the reason that she lost custody of her children due to child substance abuse. Now, her addiction, y'all, was so severe that it led, y'all, to the loss of all 4 of her children at the time. Miss Ashley, 34, Tevin, 29, Simone, 27, and Adria, now 25. And the children were placed in foster care and adopted later. Now, they were adopted by her father, their grandfather, Ronald and Nellie Biles. Now, Shannon's 2 older children, Tevin and Ashley, went on to live with their aunt. Now, Shannon blames her father for not allowing her to maintain a relationship with her children, including the world-renowned gymnast and younger sister. Well, however, her desire to reconnect with Simone, y'all, has not been well received. Well, honey, now that she got a sister. Her sister is speaking out, y'all. Adding to the family drama, Simone's sibling, Miss Micaiah Biles Walker. Simone's younger sister has taken to social media, and here's what she had to say.
I want to come to this internet and defend my mom because she might not be everything we expected for her to be, but she's still a work in progress. Simone chose not to have a relationship with my mom, which is fine. That was her choice. Me, personally, I didn't develop a relationship with my mom until I was 17 years old. Because she was still dealing with what she was dealing with at the time. I'm not going to let y'all get on this internet and try to bash my mom or say anything bad or anything of that sort, because she's not a bad person. She's done nothing to Simone. Life happened to her.
That's right. She's absolutely correct.
Bless her spirit. But don't attack Simone, though. I mean, you know, it's funny, and that is true. That may be
she was
true.
attacking Simone. She was saying that if Simone don't want to have anything to do with her, that's her choice.
Yeah, she had to say that.
She's asking the internet not to attack their mother.
Yeah,
because that's still their mother.
But the internet ain't got no chill. They gonna do and say what they want to do anyway. You just have to ignore it. There's nothing you can do, anyone can do about what the internet has to say. That's what it's for everybody to have their stupid comments, whether they good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, but we're gonna keep them lifted up in prayer. And the mom had 4 more other children after she had the 4 with Simone and all that stuff. But it's just a coincidence. Now they all coming out to Simone. You know, she's the big star, and, you know, everybody has something to say, but we're going to keep them all lifted up in prayer, and hopefully in prayer for that all 8 of them get together and have a great relationship. All right, moving on in other celebrity news. After years of wearing wigs and extensions, Sierra Baby showed off her real hair on Instagram, and a lot of people saying, honey, that Beyonce is livid with her for doing that.
Why?
Because Beyonce did it first. Beyonce showed her hair. She showed her hair first. Well, Brad, you know
I'm
Beyonce.
sure Beyonce is not living. She probably ain't even thinking about Sierra.
Allegedly, people saying that, honey.
She ain't thinking about Sierra, Gary.
Well, why is Sierra showing her hair now?
Because she want to. It's her hair. She can show her hair if she want to show her hair whenever she want to show her hair because it's her hair.
Well, but she should have waited till after Beyonce. Why she wait till Beyonce did? Beyonce showed it first.
She don't have to wait, Gary. Nobody's waiting.
Well, we know Sierra they got some beauty products. Her and her husband got some stuff out there and stuff. But she showed the full length of her hair, and people saying, well, Beyonce did it first and did it better. So I don't know. But congratulations that everybody's showing their hair now. That must be the new thing.
Yeah,
honey.
Sierra got a sister that do soda, Sierra Mist.
Oh!
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah, go ahead. Right on out the door, baby.
Sierra missed just like that joke missed.
Where's the
Thank
Sandman when you need him?
I'll see myself out. I'll be here all week. Thank you.
Yeah, like we used to say back when we were kids. That was so funny, I forgot to laugh. But anyway, the Kahlua.
I bet y'all going to be thinking about it all day. Sierra Mist.
Yes, we will. The Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today, y'all, is beluga. On the high end, you say beluga, and on the low end, you say beautiful black. That's your Kahlua for today.
Beautiful color. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got to wake up. 8, 6, 6, 9, Rickey. Here we go.
Calling from Tarrant City, Alabama. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, this is Mr. Johnson from Indianapolis. Want to tell all my Sankofa third graders, wake up, wake up, wake up, y'all.
Calling from Greenville, South Carolina. Wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Calling from Fort Lauderdale. This is Misha. Good morning, Rickey Smiley in the Morning Show.
Misha!
Wake up.
Wake up to my lovely wife, Tanya Johnson Fielder. Wake up, Tanya.
You listening on your radio.
Radio.
The city tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know.
Let them know this. Huntsville, wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. And Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Where you at, Jackson? Wake up. Savannah, wake up. Let's go. And Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Welcome, Rickey.
All right, y'all, listen, man. 96.1 Jams, Tallahassee, Florida. Hey, thank y'all for waking up with us. Gary, what you got coming up?
Coming up next, I'm going to be expanding your vocabulary with this week's Word of the Week. Next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Capital G, capital A, capital O, capital T.
B-I-C-T-H.
Job. J-O-B.
It's time for Gary's Word of the Week.
And you know this, man.
You're damn right, ladies and gentlemen. It is about that time for Gary's Word of the Week to get your week started off. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, all y'all. It's a beautiful day today.
It is.
And we got a lovely word.
A crochet shirt on.
Yes, honey. Miss Sarah, honey, hand knitted this herself.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would for a beautiful day like today. But anyway, y'all ready for this word? The week for the word? Week's word.
Yes,
Week
for the word. Okay, the word this week, y'all, is colloquially.
Say it all together.
Colloquially. Q-U-I-A-L-Y.
Say it all together.
Look.
Just take your time. Take your time.
Colloquially. Damn it.
Yeah, just say it all together. Stop breaking it up.
Colloquially.
There you go.
Colloquially.
Oh. No. You was close.
It's a damn adjective.
I don't think he was close.
It's an adjective and it's spelled C-O-L-L-O-Q-U-I-A-L-L-Y.
Colloquially.
Yeah, that was even closer.
The definition is...
Well, say it, Kay, since you know.
Colloquially. Colloquially.
But that's what the hell I said.
No, you didn't pronounce the Q, quia. It's colloquia. Colloquially.
That's what I said. I said colloquially. Come
Come on, Gary, focus.
I don't think you did a good job with the phonics, though, in the document to help him with that.
The phonics?
The phonics of it.
Okay, but I'm telling him how to say it.
If you're saying queerly, you should have given him a W.
Colloquially.
In the phonics,
that would have confused
helped
him even further.
I know, but he didn't get it. He didn't get it the way you. Anyway, go ahead.
Even though it's an adjective and it's spelled C-O-L-L-O-Q-U-I-A-L-L-Y.
I don't know what it is. That's fine for you to tell us that part, what that is, but we need to know what are you talking about.
I don't know how to say it.
The definition is words used in ordinary or familiar conversation.
You can't give us a definition if you don't give us the word.
I gave you the damn word. It's colloquially. Here's an example how you can use it in a sentence. If you want to sound intelligent, you should use my amazing words of the week colloquially.
There you go. That was it.
No, what?
Colloquially?
He said colloquially.
Well,
that's not correct.
That was the closest he got out of the 17 tries.
In this.
John and I ain't on the ones and twos. Let's go to the phone. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. You're the 9th caller.
Yep.
Hey, what up, twin? What's going on? We're good.
There you go.
What up, boy?
What up, twin? Hey, shout man, I know you disappointed. I know you disappointed on that the other day, but you gonna understand, shout. I ain't gonna be able to come to your karaoke tonight because I got to go out of town, son.
Bruh, that's not a good way to start off the week, man. Brett disappointed, Gary disappointed.
Cause I already know they disappointed. Cause I said I wanted to be the other day, but family come first, and you know how I'm used about my family.
Your family come first every day. There's always something going on with you.
But it's not me though. It's my family. And when your family needs you as a man, you got to step up.
No, you don't. Sometimes if your family is bringing you down, you got to let them go. And go in the Bishop, Pastor Jamal Bryant preached about that yesterday at New Birth.
But listen here, twin. Look, my family. Twin. When you got women in your family that going through something, shout it, as a man, you got to step up. You know about that, shout it, because you know when you a kind of man like me and you is, you got to step up. And my auntie going through it right now.
Okay, but
my auntie going through it right now real bad, and she ain't got nobody to stand up for her but me.
Okay,
I got to go and do what I got to do, shout it.
What's wrong with your auntie?
My auntie, she a singer, shout it. And she trying to get her break right now, and she doing good, and she's starting to get shows on the road and everything. So, and then over the weekend, her husband, he's so mean. So he's not a good person. So, and she needs somebody to stand up for her. And it was her birthday over the weekend. They was on the road finna do a show, and my auntie called me and said, "Man, this man done smashed birthday cake on her face because it was her birthday. He tried to make her eat the cake, and she didn't want no cake. She just wanted to go and do her show, and he gonna smash the birthday cake on her face. That's disrespectful, soda.
It is disrespectful.
And he did it. That was in the little restaurant, and she said he smashed the cake on her face and told her to eat the cake.
Is your auntie
what he was saying?
He told her, he said, eat the cake, Etta May. Eat the cake. That's my mama little sister. Her name Etta May.
Oh, well.
And that's just disrespectful. So I can't stand around the head. And I believe I don't know. So I just said I'm going to go to Tennessee and try to help out. So I'll be back.
So basically, you done ran out of excuses to come to work. You done watch Tina Turner movies.
Mm-hmm. What love got to do
with
it?
What love got to do with it. And you done brought your ass on the radio today to use that as an excuse because you done ran out of excuses.
Yeah. You got to start picking movies that's not black, dog.
Hold on, that's my auntie on the other line. Hold on, don't hang up. That's her on the other line right now. Hold on. Don't hang up. Hold on.
Hello?
Don't hang up.
Hold on, Black Tony. Hey. Yeah, you lying.
He gone, dog. He gone.
Playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man.
Hold it. He's half man, half half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you.
Very expensive crochet shirt.
Yes, Lord.
Who crocheted that?
I got this from Africa.
No, you didn't. You ain't been in no damn Africa.
No, I had somebody who went to Africa. They said it came from Africa, but I don't think it came from Africa. It probably came from India.
It came from...
You just throwing countries out there now.
Came from India, Greenbrier Mall.
Thank you.
Good morning, America. Good morning. It's Monday. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Everybody's raving, y'all. The Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member Phaedra Parks. They're saying she got a new man in her life, y'all. According to MTL, it learned that Phaedra recently broke up with her doctor and is now dating a new man. They're saying that it's confirmed that Phaedra has been spending time with a popular Atlanta businesswoman named Chica Cone. They say Phaedra and Chica make a cute couple, and they attended a black tie event recently with Charles Oakley and some other people for this foundation. It said that Chica, y'all, was a professional basketball, or however he said his name, C-H-E-I-C-K, Chica. They say he was a professional basketball player overseas, but he's since y'all transitioned into a businessman, y'all, in Atlanta. And everybody's raving about it. They're saying they don't exactly know his business, but they said he may be the owner of a medical supply business and some type of car business. But somebody posted, they said that they don't know what type of business it may be. They said, but he's probably been seen flying around on private jets and telling people how they could make a fortune if they gave him some money.
What do they call that? Ponzi?
Scammers.
Yeah. But I don't think Phaedra would never date a scammer, honey. He's probably filthy rich, honey. And you know,
she has a funeral home, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, she's a mortician, so she works at a funeral home, and you know she's a prominent attorney. So I'm sure, honey, Miss Parks, honey, is doing it up. But it's amazing how these women y'all out here could always meet these rich men. Why y'all can't meet rich men, but then y'all married, so y'all wouldn't want to meet a rich man though. But nevertheless, congratulations, honey, because Lord. Rich men are definitely to be found in Atlanta. So y'all ladies out there coming to Atlanta, you get you a rich man.
I met a rich woman.
You sure did, honey, baby. You can't believe your luck. You did that, honey.
I believe in God. I don't believe in luck.
Nah, see there? Me too. I believe in it too, brother, but ain't nobody came my way yet.
I don't know what happened.
Tell me.
If God didn't, I can't.
Moving on, child. Ben Affleck, y'all, has been reportedly been cheating. He was cheating on Jennifer Lopez, y'all, with one of the Kennedy's granddaughters. With one of Robert Kennedy. They say she was Robert F. Kennedy, junior granddaughter, honey, Miss Kit Kennedy. And they said, honey, that they were spotted, y'all, at some Hollywood hotels. And they're saying Kit Kennedy is the 36-year-old daughter of the failed presidential hopeful Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And I could see him with Kit Kennedy, too. They said, because she's a very beautiful girl. She has beautiful brown hair like he likes. She's a Catholic girl, and she's from Boston, and she's famous. Jennifer Lopez is like the type of person that just nag you. Y'all don't think she's a nagger?
Gary.
She look like she's a lot to deal with if you're in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
Because she's beautiful. She's been told she's beautiful all her life. And she just probably has a lot to deal with.
Yeah, she seems like that type of person.
Naggers are the worst.
She's independent. I mean, she's been doing her own thing for years.
Well,
she got her own everything, her own money, her own everything. So she don't want to be told too many things.
Well, but now she ain't got her own man because they all leaving her. She done been with about 8 different men. They showed them all and all the rings she done got. She just can't keep a man.
She can keep a ring.
Huh? Nah, she sure can. She keep them rings. I wouldn't get them rings back if I was her. She had the I think she had a pink diamond at one time, but she couldn't keep Puffy. I wish her and Puffy would just get back together.
Why do you want them together so bad? You keep saying that.
Because they made a good couple. When you dodging bullets and running together, that woman got your back, honey.
Oh, Gary.
Why you look like that, Gary? You didn't mean that.
I sure didn't. And then my quick for free story, let's continue to pray y'all for Miss Linda Mathis. Y'all know if Linda Mathis, she's the beautiful wife of Judge Mathis. Y'all filed for divorce after 39 glorious years of marriage. Yes, y'all. A lot of people say they're wondering, y'all, if Judge Mathis may have been caught cheating on Linda, but they say, but he has not been caught cheating. They say Miss Linda say he don't spend enough time at home. He got a lot of jobs, y'all. They say he's running charities. He has a production company, and, you know, he works 7 to 8 hours a week, and he doesn't spend enough time at home, according to this story. So they say that's why Miss Linda and the judge, and I love Judge Mathis. I watch him every day. But let's just keep him in prayer. They probably get back together.
But Sherelle sang that song, Everything I Miss at Home.
Everything. She said, you're giving me everything I miss at home. You give me attention. You give me the love I need. And what does she say? Something else. But
you give me All right, go, Brent. There you go.
Everything I miss at home.
That was good.
Beautiful song. Yeah, so let's continue to pray for the Mathis. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Belunga. On the high end, you say Belunga, and on the low end breath, you say black.
You said Belunga?
Belunga.
The meat?
Bologna?
B-E...
Caviar?
Look, damn it, B-E-L-U-G-A.
Beluga. That's like
beluga.
caviar, right?
Oh,
Caviar's beluga.
Or
beluga whale?
No, it's beluga. She right, caviar. I mean, you got money, you know what beluga is.
Oh.
I didn't know
There
what
is
it
a
was.
beluga
I didn't know
whale.
what it was.
There is a beluga whale.
It's beluga.
But
Yeah.
he mean black.
You know, Gary, we grew up on a fixed income.
Baby,
Will.
very fixed, honey. But we was eating, the only thing black in the jar was figs. Did y'all eat figs?
No.
Y'all eat
Nobody
figs?
ever ate
I don't even know
figs.
what a fig is.
I'm eating a fig
Ricky.
Newton.
Fig, yeah.
I don't know. I don't
The
eat
nastiest
figs.
something somebody.
Fig Newton, the nastiest cookie
Yeah, the
ever.
nastiest cookie.
No, he's not talking about the fig Newton. He's talking about what was in the middle of
The
it.
actual
The
fig?
original ingredient.
The fig, we ate figs. Y'all
You
ain't
a
ate figs?
slave?
No, what is that?
You ain't ate no
What
figs.
year was that?
Yeah, one person in the neighborhood had a fig tree and nobody would touch it because figs are so nasty. And the fig Newtons are the worst cookie in history.
Ew.
Yeah, them white kids, you say, hey, you want a fig Newton? Hey, would you like one of my fig Newtons? Yeah. Beyonce, you
Beyonce, no, Beyonce, you better
what?
stand up with me.
Listen, my kids eat 7. My son, that's his. It's in his lunchbox today. Like we have
Thank
a whole
you.
closet full of fig Newtons.
Thank you.
Serious?
I'm so serious.
Boy, if you don't get them boys some chips or hard where they can get some soul and
Continue
some
eating figs.
Oreos.
Well, we
Fudge
ate
stripes.
figs, honey, so, and they was good and preserved. And I don't believe y'all didn't eat figs.
Ain't no figs.
What?
Yeah,
I don't
that
even
was
know what
a
that
long
is.
time ago.
Google a fig for her.
Isn't a fig like a spoiled plum?
No, ain't no damn spot. A fig is a
It's a
fig.
pig. It's a pig.
What is it made from, though?
Yeah, it's a fruit.
It's a fruit.
It's
Look.
a fruit. Yeah, they're figs.
I think it was in the Garden
That's
of Eden.
disgusting.
Yeah.
It's a fig tree. It's a nice leaf. And we ate figs, honey. Those figs was good.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Ain't gonna be able to
No,
do it.
not at all.
Let's just say we was all fruit. Brett would be an apple, Kay would be an orange. You know what I'm saying? I would be a watermelon.
Right.
Gary, you would be a fig.
You would be a fig.
A fig with an eye in the middle.
I see what you did there.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all, listen, if you had a tough childhood, trust that you are not alone. It is not so ideal upbringing is an extremely common reality shared by many people all over the world.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention of Adults, report having at least one adverse childhood experience, with women and people of color at a higher risk of experiencing more than 4 ACEs. These potentially traumatic experiences can install harmful lessons in children that ultimately become the foundation of how they may navigate life through adulthood. Although these childhood lessons may be deep-rooted, it's possible to unlearn, decondition, and heal at any time.
Yeah, joining us this morning is the one and only Dr. Aldewan Tart. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Dr. Tart, we are happy to have you this morning. And now I think it's a huge topic in our community. First, let's talk about the unhealed trauma and how it can affect us in our day-to-day.
Well, one, you talked about the numbers, and typically what happens is we're taught to keep this to ourselves, or we think, well, what's the point in talking about it? I just want to get away from it. But that's the worst thing that we can do. There's a book called The Body Keeps Score, I think is the best way to think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the body and mind keep score. They remember what happened to you. And when we don't talk about it to a counselor or a therapist or even to friends, what happens is we'll have these triggers. People say, I was triggered. It could be a smell. It could be a taste. It could be getting into a relationship. It could be someone caring for you who took advantage of you in the past. And so these triggers actually sabotage your ability to heal because you're not actually addressing the trauma. So the first message is, when we have childhood adverse experiences, just been traumatized, been hurt, we should talk about it so that we can gain control over our emotions versus our emotions controlling us, and we're being triggered.
Yeah, that's really good stuff, Dr. Tard. Good morning. This is Maria. You know, a lot of times within our Black community, we hear a lot, well, that's how I was raised, you know, and it's really hard to develop a new type of way of thinking, a new type of legacy and how to raise our children, even though it's not the same as how we were raised. How do we get over that?
That's a good question.
Well, one, what we're doing right now, psychoeducation, you know, it's like there's no need to crying over spilled milk. You get up and you suck it up. And you suck it up with a bigger straw. But that's what causes strokes, because people's blood pressure is high. Why is their blood pressure high? Because they're stressed all the time, and that cortisol is in their body. So we talk to them and say, hey, you know what? These are things that need to be relieved. And there's something called a vagus nerve, V-A-G-U-S, right? And it's what people are talking about when they say, I don't know, I just went off. I don't know, I just snapped. I don't know, I just shut down. All of a sudden, I just ended the relationship, and I don't know why. It's because that vagus nerve was stimulated from a past trauma. See, our bodies are trying to take care of us from threats. And if we process relationships as threats, we process darkness as threats, if we process being alone in our apartment for the first time as a threat, you know, we're not able to heal. We just stay stuck. And it's because that vagus nerve has not been taken care of. And that's why you see so much about meditation, talk therapy, polyvagal theory, which is something that all therapists know, where you actually come in and it's a combination of talk therapy, but also yoga and meditation and massages to actually calm down the trauma that your body is already taking score of.
So, Dr. Todd, I mean, so you don't think like your parents say, if it works for them, it should work for us?
No.
Oh, it shouldn't?
No. Well, we look at the effects. How many times did mama go off because mama had multiple, at times she was assaulted? How many times do we see family members who went to jail because they over-responded at a Thanksgiving card party? How many do we see having drug and alcohol problems that started after the trauma? What's interesting is that a lot of women gain a lot of weight following like rape or trauma, and not knowing why the weight gain is there. But a lot of times they're trying to protect themselves from looking attractive to the opposite sex, right? So we see all of these responses: drugs, alcohol, avoidance, sleeping, over-responding, fighting, weight gain, weight loss, all because we won't talk to a doctor. No, we need to actually say, hey, we know so much more now, and we're going to go see doctors who are of color, are trained to deal with people of color to help us feel healed.
And I got a two-part question because Special K got a question too, but I want to know, why does it not affect us until later in life? You know, does that connect to your body keeping score?
Yeah, I mean, we suppress it. Like, so we don't want to think about it. A lot of times people just work. Let me just pour myself into work so I can distract myself from the pain. And Ricky, it works for a little while, right? Because what I focus on takes me away from what I don't want to think about. But then we start having headaches. Then we can't sleep. And then we get agitated. And then a lot of times it'll be a trigger, a birthday, a smell, going by a school. Yeah, so you know, and so what happened is, and then our system is shocked because it doesn't have the ability to not to ignore it, and all that pain comes out and it's raw, and that's how we can go years and seem like we're okay, but that trigger that hasn't been treated is what takes us back every single time, and that's just not fair.
And I know people in this situation right now that I can see that are in my circle right now. I think it's men that have a harder time recognizing and acknowledging that they're repeating these bad behaviors that they received growing up. Do you see that a lot more with men?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're taught, you know, pride is our number one thing, you know, Special K, right? Pride, and to be stoic and to show no fear. And there's even celebration. He's able to play in pain. I'm able to move on from that. But we're human. We're not robots. We're not cyborgs, right? We're human beings. And when we're hurt, it's actually manlier to go in and say, hey, I don't want this to affect my life, my career, my relationships, my children, even my own mental and physical health. I'm going to talk about what happened to me so that I can be healed versus keeping it to myself and struggling and then higher rates of suicide and the things that we do to cope: drug, alcohol, sabotaging relationships, sex addictions to cope. I don't want what happened to me is at 9 to impact my whole life and when I'm 39. Let me go talk about what happened to me because I'm bigger than my trauma. Let me go talk about it.
Well, Dr. Tart, we've been talking a lot about Simone Biles and her relationship with her mother. And I kind of relate to that because I have a very broken relationship with my mother. And in my attempt to heal in that relationship and try to tell her how some of the things she did to me as a child hurt me, it was difficult for me because I felt like she wouldn't acknowledge what she did to me. What do you do, and how do you do it in a respectful way? Because you have your mother who gave you life, but you also have the pain. So what do you do in that situation? And also, what do you do when the person who hurt you refuses to apologize? How do you move on from that?
Well, first of all, Maria, I'm sorry that you asked that. I'm sorry that you had to ask that because you went through it. You know, my heart goes out to you because we all want the person. We have this magical idea that they're going to say, you know what, you're right. I see you as a human being, and I'm going to say I'm sorry. But we all know the reality is many people are incapable of that. And so the answer is distancing. We have to distance our self-esteem and our self-concept of who we are from the abuser, even if it's mom and dad. See, if we make ourselves slaves to mom and dad apologizing, mom and dad saying, you know what, you're right, I was wrong, you were valued, I should have never done that, then we have no control. So what you do is you distance yourself and say, you know what? I realize that my mom is a very flawed mom, and she will never be able to apologize because she's not able to hold herself accountable. That is her flaw. That has nothing to do with my value. Maria, you know, your husband values you. Your children value you. Rickey Smiley Morning Team values you. Your fans value. How can all of them value you and your mom doesn't? And I'm not putting your mom on the spot, but it's because your mom is the one who's having difficulty with whatever's going on with her and her own ability to be accountable, because then it will make her feel bad. And some people would rather be defensive than give you the healing that you need to get it yourself and distance yourself from her opinion, her behavior, whatever she did, whatever he did. If y'all are listening, if you cannot be dependent, really quickly, remember in Antoine Fisher, you know, he went to go see his mom at the end of the movie.
Yes, sir.
All right, and he wanted her to apologize, and all she did was cry. She never said a word. And what he did was see, you know what, I see the flaw in my mom. This was never about me. This was always about my mom. So I'm going to distance myself from her opinion and her treatment of me, and I'm going to go be healed.
And I'll add to that, I'm not a therapist. Sometimes it's kind of like a no cross, no crown scenario, right? Because you went through all of that stuff, and now it makes you the best mom because now you know what not to do. And then what you did was the magical thing of breaking the generational curse or whatever. Well, sometimes we have to go through stuff with our moms and our dads just where we can be better parents. And I tell you what, it was worth the sacrifice. It was worth. I can go get help for my healing and all that kind of stuff, but let me be the best dad and the best grandfather I can be to protect them so they won't feel some of the things that I feel. And it's a big person for y'all to sit here and share that on the national radio show. And God bless you for that question. That's a difficult question to ask, and I just think that you a great mom. I see you with your kids. I saw you with your kids. Yeah. We all emotional in here this morning because we all got trauma.
Even now at 46 years old, sometimes I'll just be driving to work and I'll just start crying because I'm like, man, I'm never going to know what it's like to, or what it was like to have a conversation about, you know, getting my period or dating or just going to the prom or any of that. It's just all gone. And, you know, I was just sharing that, you know, it can be challenging to confront someone who is your elder or who is your mother or father and ask for them to say they're sorry, you know, to acknowledge the pain that they caused, the trauma that you're still experiencing now, and just how do you address that. So that's where that's where we left it off at. And, you know, I can't say that there's other people my age that are experiencing that.
Oh, yeah, they are.
But it's hard for me even to this day.
You're helping so many people today. Go ahead, Dr. Tart.
Yeah, I mean, because that's called grief. See, we're grieving something we either never had, and we're realizing other people had it, which brings it to your consciousness. is that especially as you begin to parent and you realize, oh my goodness, I never had this. So one of the things we have to do is journal. There's been all this evidence that's shown that people make all of this psychological growth when they journal about their pain, simply keeping it in their head, right? So when we keep it in our head, we just stay the same. But when we're able to either express it verbally or even written, we're able to actually heal so that when that same issue comes up, you're not as affected. You have what's called distance. And that's what you're looking for in trauma. It's not like you forget about it or it goes away, but you're able to get distance from it to where it doesn't affect you, to where you break down real time in 2024. Does that make sense? So the more you talk about it, it loses its sensation. It loses its intensity. That's the whole purpose of counseling. So I would encourage anyone listening that's going through this and they don't have the availability to talk to mom or dad, or to be able to talk to whomever they need to talk to be able to journal about it in dialogue form so you can get distance from it and be able to heal.
Hey, Dr. Tart, y'all are helping so many people right now. My therapist, I go to therapist too, Maria, and she told me I try not to cry. I try to sit there. I try not to cry, right? She said let it out because it's like releasing the steam cap off a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Right? Every time you cry, every time you talk about it, every time you express yourself, you're releasing steam, and that's what's going to help you get stronger and stronger. Crying don't make you weak. Go get in the corner and just cry. Sit in your car and cry.
Yeah.
And cry it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll hit me before I go on stage. Like, I just be crying. And then I'm in therapy for losing my dad. I ain't even got to my son yet. That's what all of this stuff Dr. Tart is talking about is things that I talk about in my book, Sideshow. And I'm not trying to make it about the book. Like, I literally talk about all of this, especially in the grief era or whatever. But I tell you, you get an opportunity to make up for it, to cry and release and get therapy and get the help that you need. But you also get to make up for it to your kids. And stuff, and the wonderful mother you are, and make sure that they don't have those experiences and that same pain. Sometimes, man, we have to bear stuff and go through stuff just why our kids don't have to. Like some of our grandmamas did.
Yeah.
Our grandmama sat up there and work in white folks' houses. And you stop me, jump in, stop me if I'm wrong, Dr. Tart, because you're the expert and clean white folks' floors and white folks' bottoms, just where we could have something and all the trauma that they went through to make it easy and better.
And my grandmother did all those things.
Yeah.
She was a housemaid, and she did those things.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that I had her. I'm just trying not to bring that paranoia into my role as a parent, because sometimes I fear that my daughter is feeling what I felt, even though she has both of her parents and she's in a house full of love and she's had me her whole life. So
what you think
there's layers to it.
That, Dr. Tart.
So there's a trigger. There's the trigger, right? Because it's not fully dealt with. We're going to be on guard that we don't make our children feel this way, right? Versus being at peace and saying, hey, my relationship with my mom is totally different from my relationship with my daughters. Physically, we know that. They look different. They came out of Maria, all right? Not the other way around. But our emotional systems don't know that. Right. And so that's why you want to talk about it, so that you can be at peace. And Rickey, you were on to something. I mean, your therapist is brilliant. Right. When you cry, it actually releases the stress hormones that would naturally go into your stomach, that would naturally cause headaches. It releases endorphins. Right. It activates something called the parasympathetic nervous system, which is what calms you down. The sympathetic nervous system hypes you up. It's the flight or fight. The parasympathetic nervous system calms you down. So when you cry, men, you heal. When you don't cry, you cause yourself to suffer more, because that pain, that cortisol, which comes out through the tears, doesn't come out and into the tissue or into your shirt. It stays in your body, and that's what's keeping you agitated. That's what's keeping you irritable. That's what's keeping you depressed and anxious. And if you want to heal and be strong again, it is totally okay to cry, and actually promotes recovery to cry. I want everyone to hear that.
Dr. Todd, I'm going to put this segment together, and we're just going to air this again tomorrow, and we're going to keep airing this, because this information that you just gave is just so perfect and so on point. And I needed to hear that as well because I'd be like, nah, I ain't going to cry today or whatever. Well, that cry going to be waiting on you.
Yeah.
And it'll wait on you at a wedding, at a concert, whether it's gospel, R&B, hip hop, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's going to be waiting on you. And anybody out there going through a crisis, you can just call 988. That's a crisis hotline. Anybody out there that just need help, we can point you in the right direction. I know Birmingham, our family, we use Dr. Tandy and Dr. Crystal Counseling. Those are our personal family counselors. You can look up Crystal Mullins on Facebook. And I got to get Dr. Tandy's information. You got Dr. Alderwan Tart. You got Dr. Yanetta Smith. It's so many therapists out there. Black folks, please. I know you love God. Dr. Tart, black folks, please. We know you love God. We know Jesus will work it out. But God created counselors. Because you don't scream Jesus when your stomach hurt and your arm hurt. You go to the doctor. So we have to go somewhere for our mind. Our mind is a muscle just like your knee. Yeah. Right? Your knee hurt, you go to the doctor. So go somewhere and sit down and talk to somebody and get your mind together, Maria and everybody else, where you can process those feelings and emotions where it won't spill out and having a negative effect on people that you love and care about. Everybody call 988. 988, that is the crisis hotline. Dr. Tart, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming on and thank you for all that you do in the community, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Finance, wealth, and growth. It's Money Mondays on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, Labor Day is next Monday, and for those who don't know, it's considered the closeout sales event of the summer. And we got our money expert this morning, Janai Thorne, is here to help us navigate the best deals this holiday weekend. Janai, good morning. Happy to have you.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome back to the show.
Well, I'm always happy to be here, and let's jump in and let's start talking about all these Labor Day sales that we got coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I know. I guess the question that I have to start this thing out: how can shoppers prepare for the holiday spending? I didn't even know Labor Day sales was a big deal.
Oh yeah, Ricky.
I didn't know that.
Oh. Yeah. Every holiday is
Ricky,
a good sale.
That's exactly what it is, Brett. It's anytime there's a 3-day weekend, y'all can expect some sales to be happening. But, Ricky, you asked a good question about how to prepare, and I think the key word is prepare, because I think a lot of times we're just motivated by the retailers, pushing these ads out to us, these sales out to us. But this is really our time to be intentional. Let's kind of walk around where we live and kind of evaluate what we have going on in our lives. What do we want or need right now? And then, of course, we got to figure out what is our budget, because we don't want to spend money just because they want us to spend money. But again, what is it that we need? What's within our budget so we can take advantage of these sales this weekend? But of course, we don't want to overspend.
Right, and there's going to be plenty of retailers promoting Labor Day deals in store and online, like you said, Janai. But what items can we expect to see on sale?
Brad, it's going to be everything. But a lot of big-ticket items, literally, but mattresses, furniture, kitchen appliances, home decor. But think all things summer, like all that outdoor patio furniture, grills, of course, summer clothing. All of that stuff is what's going to be on sale. It's already started this week. Of course, they haven't even waited to the weekend. But again, look for those big-ticket items for sure. All that outdoor fun summer stuff will be on sale.
Yeah, now, Brad, I know you're looking for a couple of things that you can definitely be looking for this Labor Day weekend, but I ain't going to say it.
I need the dispensaries to have a sale.
I don't think there's a couple things he's talking about, but anyway. So, Janai, we...
Go ahead, Maria.
Janai, good morning. So, Janai, there was recently a report that on average people spend about 28 minutes in Target and about 30-something minutes in Walmart just kind of roaming the aisles and just ending up buying things that they don't need. And I find that with myself. Like, I'll see the sales and then I'll get stuff just because it's on sale. So psychologically speaking, how can we separate, making sure that we're buying what we need versus buying stuff just because it's on sale?
Well, I think you just talked about spending that time in those stores, just kind of wandering around. Those are the activities that can sometimes get us in trouble. You know, when you are just kind of mindlessly scrolling on social media, you getting all these ads, and all of a sudden you find yourself spending hours on these websites shopping versus, again, being intentional. Because, Maria, think about it. People act like budget is a bad word. Budget is not a bad word. Budget just means here's some boundaries. This is a commitment to myself. I can spend X, and after that, I'm done. I'm tapping out after that. So I don't want people to feel like they have to deprive themselves, but also be clear on what your boundaries are. There's nothing wrong with having boundaries.
Well, I never buy what I need. I always buy what's on sale. And I don't know nothing about a budget. Could I just buy? I mean, who got time to just budget?
You don't have no kids.
Crochet shirt you wore this morning.
It was on sale. And
now,
also
a brown and black crochet shirt from
the store that you recommended to me that you go
gave
to.
It to you from Africa.
Yeah.
That didn't come from Africa. It came from Zara.
Yes.
Sit up here and lie.
Zara probably paid you to take that out of their store.
Y'all don't like it? I think it's cute.
No,
Maria, I'm not paying them no attention.
I like it.
Thank you.
Sitting up there with his nippies out and this early in the
That's
morning.
what makes it cute, Gary.
That's right,
He bought another shirt and they gave him $10 to take that one with him.
Oh, be nice. Be nice.
Now, you know he can't talk, honey. I don't want to go there with him this morning, honey.
What's wrong with what he got on?
Everything. And the accessories.
He said, you're not real. Janai, I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. Janai, what apps people can use to take advantage of these Labor Day sales?
And, you know, Ricky, I'm happy that you asked about that because coupons are still a real thing. So I don't want people to think just based on what the store is saying. Coupons are a real thing. Here are a few things that you can check out. PayPal Honey. If you do a lot of shopping on Amazon.
Honey is good.
Honey?
Honey
I've never heard of that.
PayPal Honey is good. Camel. If you do a lot of shopping on Amazon, is really good. And there's another one. It's called
Camel, like the animal camel?
Like the animal camel. It's 3 times. Camel, and it will actually help you track when prices are dropping on Amazon. So there's a lot of good web browsers, browser extensions that you can add to your computer that can actually help you save money and find deals.
My God, imagine.
Now, is it anything, Janai, that people need to hold off on buying right now?
And you know, Brad, actually there is. Electronics, you may want to wait until we get closer to Black Friday.
Friday.
All things, it's coming. Look, it's only 3 months away. So electronics, phones, computers, TVs, that may actually be cheaper closer to then. But what a good time to start planning for that and start saving for Black Friday. Because, y'all, it's going to be here before we know it.
Is that not racist?
No.
That was the Black Friday racist.
Yeah.
Why they can call it White Friday?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Black Friday is a discount. You know, you saving money on Black Friday.
Why I got to be black?
Well, what if it was White Friday and it's a discount? Then that would be racist.
That would be racist too.
Well,
just angry for no reason. Janai, I apologize. Janai, thank you so much. Janai, let everybody know how they can follow you on social media for financial information and tips.
Absolutely. You can always follow me at Janai Thornton. That's JINITHORNTON. And you can check out my podcast, The Thank Me Later Show, at thankmelatershow.com. Y'all have an amazing Monday, everybody.
Hey, Janai, I apologize for the way they act over here. I'm going to talk to them after the show, okay, about their behavior on this morning show. It's so embarrassing.
Listen, I know you're going to handle it. I'm going
to handle it. All right, y'all. 18 minutes after the hour, y'all. Front page coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines. Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. It's about that time. 25 after the hour, y'all. Maria got that front page. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. The front page is brought to you by T-Mobile. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. officially suspended his campaign for president on Friday and threw his support behind Donald Trump. Kennedy appeared with Trump on stage at a rally, coming out like a WWE superstar. Did you see that, Special K?
Yeah.
Yeah, he also told Fox News that more prominent Democrats plan to come out and voice their support for Donald Trump. You have any idea who those Democrats might be?
They are all in his imagination. That is not happening.
Yeah, very, very odd, those two coming together on stage. But we'll see how that impacts the election. In other news, the daughter of the late U.S. Rep. Sheila Jackson Lee, who died last month after being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, will seek to finish her mother's term in office. Erica Lee Carter submitted paperwork by Thursday's deadline to be a candidate in a special election in which voters will choose who will compete for Jackson Lee's 2-year term, representing the Houston Congressional District. Carter, like her mother, is running as a Democrat. Lastly, is your life boring? You may not be the only one. A new survey finds that about 27% of Americans feel they've fallen into a rut, with 1 in 4 respondents admitting that their life is a bit boring. Now, in fact, the average respondent fantasizes about going on an adventure 4 times a day, but only 10% felt they could be adventurous in their current life. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick rundown of today's headlines. For news and updates, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
What it do, Maria? Shout out to Florida, man. They won their first ever Little League World Series over the weekend. They beat Chinese Taipei 2-1. Big time youngsters doing big time things on the baseball field. And the Chicago White Sox, they make history, y'all. They become the second fastest team in modern Major League Baseball era to lose 100 games in the season. That's not the side of the record books you want to be in right there, man.
Dang.
Golly.
Bad news, bad.
I know, right?
JV high school baseball team can beat the White Sox right about now. College football kicked off over the weekend. One big game, talk about unranked Georgia Tech knocked off number 10 Florida State in game 1, 24-21. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love when the underdog rises up to knock off the favorite. Rick, did you watch any of this game?
Man, that offensive line Georgia Tech got, man, they was pounding.
Come on, dog.
And they're running the ball. If you beat somebody without running trick plays and you just pounding and running the ball, that little 5 running back Georgia, they should put them in the ranking because Florida State wasn't in the top 5.
They was 10. They was 10.
Oh, number 10, yeah.
Yeah,
man, they got to be in the rankings now.
Georgia Tech.
That's real good for Georgia Tech.
They got to jump off to about 3-0 to get jump into them rankings, man. They probably ain't gonna put them in there in week 2. But Floyd Mayweather fought over the weekend. He fought John Gotti III exhibition fight. He didn't miss too much. Crowd started booing at times because of the lack of boxing, no official scoring, so the fans didn't even get an official winner. If they did officially score the fight, Floyd would have won it. But the most exciting part of the fight was when Floyd fired the referee during the fight.
Damn.
If the referee called him,
that's how rich he is.
He put a
referee.
He penalized Floyd for an illegal blow to the back of the head. Floyd didn't think it was, and he literally fired him, kicked him out the ring, brought another referee in. Like, for real.
Is that legal? You can do that?
It's his fight.
If you got that money.
It's his fight. He's a promoter.
He's a promoter, the owner.
Right.
The boss leader.
He said, get out the ring, dog. Come on.
Right.
Hey,
that's all I got, man. Follow me on social media at Rock T.
WWF at that point.
Brad got the hot spot. Let's get it.
Hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, this is the top of the hour. Y'all time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Usher, baby, is back in action after kicking off his past, present, future tour in Washington, D.C. after a neck injury required him to postpone his Atlanta shows. He hit the stage with 2 sold-out shows at the Capital One Arena last week, and you would have never thought that he had any setbacks. He brought the house down, y'all, with his classic hits, as well as bringing out some D.C. legends like Wale, Raheem DeVaughn, and EU Sugar Bear. I'm sure it was a really dope show. I had a lot of people that I knew that went. They said they really, really enjoyed it. He didn't skip a beat. All right, y'all. Meanwhile, rapper Juvenile is shouting out Southwest Airlines for swooping into the rescue to save him after his American Airlines debacle. Last week, we reported that American Airlines downgraded him from first class to coach on a flight to Dallas, Texas, which caused him to leave the flight entirely. He's now speaking out about the incident, and he claims that American Airlines still has not made things right. Juvenile says that after losing his seat, Southwest Airlines hooked him up with a few free tickets so he could make it to his Wednesday night show in Fort Worth. He also says he could have made a much bigger scene on the plane, but because he bought tickets for more than 10 of his band members, he decided not to inconvenience his whole tour group and essentially took one for the team, and then his wife went ahead and left the plane. So I guess kudos to Southwest. Southwest don't got no first class though, right?
No. They're getting ready to the open seating
But
policy.
they've been stepping up to the
They
plate.
always step up.
They've been stepping up to the
They
plate.
be on time.
lately.
They have a debacle every 10 years, but not like that.
Okay.
It might be like flights or something going on with the computer, but those are some safe 737 airplanes that they fly, and they leave on time. And I don't know.
Didn't Pepper have an incident? Was that Southwest?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was American
It's always
again.
American. There's always some mess with them.
No, it was Southwest. She purchased 2 tickets on
Purchased
Southwest.
two tickets to stretch out her leg or something, and they put on off the plane. So
Yeah, them people on my 600-pound life, they be getting 2 tickets too on the episode when they be flying to Houston.
And they don't have an extra
They be
seat
flying
belt.
all of them. They be flying into Houston High. They going straight to that doctor's office,
no.
get on that scale, and he weigh them.
They get
And
three.
they get in their van.
They get
and
3
they go.
tickets, dog.
They little minivan.
They ain't flying together.
That whole
One per flight.
That row with 3 seats.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta balance the plane.
nope.
One per flight.
Nope, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got the Praise Mix Down with the White Stone. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Good morning. I'm Mark Morial, and this is the State of Black America on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I just returned from Chicago, Illinois, where I had an opportunity to participate in the Democratic National Convention. My purpose there was to promote the National Urban League's D3 initiative, Defend Democracy, Demand Diversity, and Defeat Poverty. And as a part of that, I had a few minutes on the convention stage to really put into focus the Donald Trump record when it comes to housing. Donald Trump's father and his family and his business adopted a policy in the 1960s to not rent their apartments to black people. We were instrumental in the Justice Department's racial discrimination suit against Trump's real estate company. And our advocacy for fair, safe, and affordable housing reminded people that Donald Trump said, and his father said, and the people who work for them said, mark the applications of black people with C for colored and put them in a drawer and leave them there. This is the legacy of Donald Trump when it comes to housing. We stand strongly for fair housing, and I believe, based on my analysis, and I say this in my personal capacity, that a Kamala Harris administration will enforce the fair housing laws, that a Kamala Harris administration will have a plan to address the housing challenges we face in this country today. It is so important to recognize that the Trump campaign is based on a Project 2025. That plan would weaken the Fair Housing Act, weaken the EEOC, and weaken our civil rights protections. That would be the wrong direction for the nation, and certainly the wrong direction for Black America. So my encouragement today is for each and every one of us to check our voter registration and make sure it is solid and strong, to make sure everyone in your house, in your family, in your network, in your social media circle is registered and prepared to vote. And to get the facts, get the information, and make an intelligent choice when you vote. I've made my decision. On a personal basis, I will vote for Kamala Harris. And I will do it because the future of this nation is at stake, and the future of democracy is at stake. We'll be talking more about voting, democracy, and the election this fall on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show in this segment, The State of Black America. For now, I encourage you and every one of you to make sure we are prepared and ready to vote. And I also want to wish all the families and children good luck as the school year begins. Once again, this is Mark Morial. This has been The State of Black America. Follow me on all social media. That's X and Instagram and Facebook. And I'll see you next week on the radio.